Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer. Ural, neutralize your uric acid problem now.
This is KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. MACC Chief Azam Baki has claimed that he did nothing wrong and the SC cleared him of wrongdoing, but not everybody is convinced. This is why a protest against him is being planned for tomorrow. But getting to KL is going to be close to impossible. Here's why. The rally against MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki planned for tomorrow is set to face multiple roadblocks, quite literally. The rally organisers claim that police are closing down a total of 58 roads and streets in Kuala Lumpur to deter the public from participating in the protest. In a statement, the Tangkap Azam Baki Action Committee said based on a list that has gone viral on social media, the police will be conducting what they call Ops Aman to block the roads. They said the supposed lockdown is expected to stop the Tangkap Azam Baki rally that will take place at 11 AM tomorrow. They added that if this list of roadblocks is genuine, then this lockdown will be much more severe than the lockdown that was imposed to prevent COVID-19 during the movement control order in 2020 and 2021. They also urged the police to confirm if the list is true or otherwise. Media members in the Kuala Lumpur Police WhatsApp group have sent requests for comments on the matter but have yet to receive any response. According to the list of roadblocks that had gone viral, many major roads leading to the city centre would either be closed or diverted. These include the exits leading to Kuala Lumpur at Jalan Kinabalu, Jalan Kuching, Jalan Tun Razak, Jalan Maharaja Lela, Jalan Lokiu, Sungai Besi Highway and Jalan Sultan Abdul Halim, among others. Azam came under scrutiny recently after allegations surfaced about him having owned shares in two companies back in 2015. However, in a press conference on January 5th, Azam said he did not do anything wrong as the shares were bought by his brother who only used his name. The road closures were then confirmed by Wangi police. They're also closing several train stations and to be extra sure the rally does not take place in the name of public safety and to avoid the spread of COVID-19, they've also obtained a court order. Police have obtained a court order to prevent the planned Tangkap Azam Baki rally from taking place in Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. Wangi Police Chief Nur Dehlan Yahya said the ban will be in effect for 7 days, starting tomorrow to prevent any gatherings at Sogo, Dataran Merdeka and Masjid Jamek.
Pihak polis dengan tegas di sini menyatakan tidak akan bertolak ansur dengan mana-mana pihak yang dikesan masih berdegil untuk menganjurkan atau menyertai sebarang perhimpunan dan pihak polis tidak akan teragak-agak akan mengambil tindakan tegas.
Meanwhile, 6 main roads and selected stations across all rail lines heading towards the Kuala Lumpur city centre will be closed. All traffic will be diverted from Jalan Kuching, Jalan Kinabalu, Jalan Maharaja Lela, Jalan Hang Tuah, Jalan Imbi and Jalan Sultan Ismail from 7 AM onwards. He said all rail operators have also been instructed to stop services at selected stations along the LRT Ampang, Sri Petaling line, LRT Kelana Jaya line, MRT Sungai Buloh line, monorail and KTM. The LRT stations include Bandaraya that directly connects to the Sogo shopping complex, where organisers had planned to convene the Tangkap Azam Baki rally from 11 AM tomorrow. Nur Dehlan said the planned rally is in breach of the National Recovery Plan standard operating procedures that prevent large-scale processions or gatherings. The Tangkap Azam Baki protest was mobilised in the wake of the shareholding scandal implicating the MACC chief. Lawyer Ram Karpal Singh says Azam Baki's case should go to the AGC, especially since the SC's findings contradicted public statements made by Azam. Bukit Glugu MP Ram Karpal Singh has urged the Securities Commission to clarify whether they would submit their investigation papers on MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki to the Attorney General's chambers. In a statement today, he said it was not unusual for an investigating body to refer its findings to the AGC. He said this has been done even when those findings initially suggest that an offence has not been committed. Ram Karpal also pointed out that in Azam's case, the SC's findings contradicted public statements made by Azam. The lawyer said this alone is enough to arouse major suspicion as to whether Azam did commit an offence under Section 25(4) of the Securities Industry Act. Ram Karpal was commenting on an FMT article that cited an anonymous source from the SC, saying that there was no need for the SC to submit its investigation papers to the AGC. The SC probed Azam after he publicly stated that his trading account was used by his brother to acquire warrants in Excel Force MSC Berhad. According to the company's annual report, Azam was a significant warrant holder as of March 2016. Lim Guan Eng has been at the helm of DAP for a very long time, but in March, someone else will take over. Lim Guan Eng is set to relinquish his post as DAP Secretary General after holding it for 18 years. DAP Organising Secretary Anthony Locke is widely seen as a favourite to replace Guan Eng. It is also an open secret that Locke has been groomed to take over the party leadership. All this is expected to unfold when the party holds its National Congress and party election in 2 months. In a statement today, Locke said the party CEC, which met on January 13th, decided that the National Congress will be held at the IDCC Convention Centre in Shah Alam on March 20th. He said the postponement of the National Congress had previously been allowed by the Registrar Societies due to various restrictions on interstate movement due to the COVID-19 pandemic. He added that the date is set in line with the advice from the ROS for the National Congress to be held before March 31st. The Seremban MP also said the physical attendance of the delegates is required for the purpose of voting for the new Central Executive Committee. Now we have a message from our sponsor. When we're back, Rais Yatim has an idea.
Pening, tangan dan kaki kebas, letih. Ini mungkin tanda peredaran darah kurang baik. Cubalah Thomson Activated Ginkgo dengan teknologi aktivasi dari Jepun yang menghancurkan ginkgo biloba dan melekat pada dinding usus untuk penyerapan lebih baik bagi membantu memperbaiki peredaran darah. Kawalan kualiti memastikan ia mudah larut dengan daun muda ginkgo dari Jepun. Untuk peredaran darah yang lebih baik, cubalah Thomson Activated Ginkgo. Ini adalah Medifax untuk Thomson.
The MACC has 5 oversight panels, but look where we're at. Perhaps what we really need is a joint committee. A joint committee on integrity and anti-corruption will be set up following a meeting between the Dewan Rakyat Speaker and the Dewan Negara President yesterday. Senate Select Committee on Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption Chairperson Rais Yatim said a joint statement on the matter will be issued soon. He said the meeting also decided that issues related to the MACC will be discussed and scrutinized together by both houses. Rais added that the committee wants discussions on MACC to be expedited since many issues related to governance, integrity and anti-corruption are on the rise. In addition, Rais said those who give or accept bribes should be investigated and face appropriate action. He also said the committee is aware that the country's image has been tarnished due to the increase in corruption cases of late. Due to this, necessary action must be taken to improve the negative image. With all this talk about Azam Baki, I almost forgot COVID-19 is still around. Malaysia has once again reported more than 4,000 new COVID-19 cases. This is the first time new cases have crossed the 4,000 mark since December 18th. As of yesterday, the R0 was at 1.00. The R0 value of a virus indicates the infectivity rate or the number of new infections generated by each case. An R0 value of 0.5 would be needed to flatten the virus infection curve. Meanwhile, a total of 51 clusters, or 66% of 77 new clusters reported by the Health Ministry, were linked to educational institutions. The Ministry also reported a total of 22 new COVID-19 fatalities yesterday, bringing the cumulative death toll to 31,853. This is the highest number of deaths reported in 10 days, but still on a downward trend. 5 of the deaths occurred before the victims could receive treatment. There has been a lot of talk about the political situation in Johor. However, one thing we know, the Speaker has not received a letter from the MB to dissolve the State Assembly. Johor Speaker Suhaizan Kayat said his office has not received any application to dissolve the State Assembly. Suhaizan's denial comes following a claim by a portal that he had received such a letter. Speaking to Bernama, he said the information published by the portal was not true. Earlier, a portal claimed that Johor Menteri Besar Hasni Mohamad had sent a letter to the Speaker's office yesterday seeking the dissolution of the State Assembly. Rumours of a state election are rife following the death of Kampas Assembly person Osman Sapian last month. This has left the UMNO-led state government with only a one-seat majority in the Johor State Assembly. Currently, BN has 28 seats in the State Assembly, while Pakatan Harapan has 27 seats. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.